1985 marked the birth of a new energy titan, Enron, born out of a merger between Houston Natural Gas and InterNorth. This was a company destined to redefine the energy sector. The 1990s saw Enron riding a wave of unprecedented growth and success. It rapidly ascended the ranks of American businesses, breaking into the top 10 and ultimately claiming the title of the 7th largest U.S. company by the year 2000. Enron's innovative business model was a key driver of its success. This model pivoted the company from a traditional energy company into a trailblazer in energy trading and broadband services. It was a daring foray, one which saw Enron at the forefront of market innovation. As we stepped into the new millennium, Enron appeared to be an indomitable force in the business world. By the year 2000, Enron seemed unstoppable, enjoying a peak stock value of $90.75 per share. All that glitters isn't gold, and by the year 2001, cracks began to appear in Enron's golden facade. As we delve deeper into the year 2001, a series of financial irregularities began to surface, casting a gloomy shadow over Enron's previously bright image. The company, once hailed as the epitome of corporate success, was found to be using special purpose entities, or SPEs, to hide its mounting debt and artificially inflate profits. These SPEs, often complex financial structures, were used to keep significant liabilities off Enron's balance sheet, thus presenting a distorted picture of the company's financial health to investors and the public. But, as the saying goes, you can't hide the sun with a finger. The truth began to seep out, and the first major blow came in the form of a high-profile resignation. Jeff Skilling, the then CEO of Enron, who was often credited with the company's rapid growth, suddenly resigned in August 2001, citing personal reasons. This abrupt departure sent shockwaves through the industry and raised several eyebrows. And then the whistleblower stepped into the spotlight. Sharon Watkins, a vice president at Enron, courageously exposed the company's unethical practices. In a letter to then-Chairman Ken Lay, Watkins expressed her concerns about Enron's accounting irregularities, warning that the company might implode in a wave of accounting scandals. This letter, later made public, played a pivotal role in unveiling the financial deception that had been taking place within Enron. The combination of these events led to a rapid loss of confidence among investors, with Enron's stock price plummeting from a high of $90 to less than $1 in a matter of months. The fall was swift and brutal, stripping Enron of its once mighty stature. By December 2001, the energy titan filed for bankruptcy, marking the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history at the time. The fall of Enron had begun, and it was a descent that would shake the corporate world to its core. In the wake of Enron's collapse, investigations were launched to uncover the truth behind the company's financial practices. The spotlight fell on Arthur Andersen, Enron's auditing firm, which was accused of being complicit in the financial trickery that led to the company's downfall. Arthur Andersen's role in the scandal was substantial. The firm had been responsible for checking Enron's accounts, but instead it was found guilty of obstructing justice for shredding Enron-related documents and deleting emails and files that tied them to the energy giant. This scandal led to the dissolution of Arthur Andersen, once one of the world's top 5 accounting firms, resulting in the loss of 85,000 jobs worldwide. The investigation also led to the criminal charges for key Enron executives. Among them were Ken Lay, Enron's founder and CEO, and Jeff Skilling, the company's president. Both were charged with conspiracy to commit securities and wire fraud, making false statements to banks and auditors, and insider trading. Lay died before sentencing, but Skilling was convicted and sentenced to 24 years in prison. The aftermath of Enron's collapse was significant and far-reaching. Over 4,000 Enron employees lost their jobs, and many also lost their life savings, as they had been heavily encouraged to invest in the company's stock. Investors lost billions of dollars as Enron's shares became worthless. Pension funds, individual retirement accounts, and mutual funds all took a hit, but the impact didn't stop there. The Enron scandal shook the public's faith in corporate America. It exposed the vulnerabilities in the system and sparked a demand for greater transparency and accountability in business practices. It led to the enactment of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which introduced major changes to the regulation of corporate governance and financial practice. The fallout from Enron's collapse was widespread, resulting in thousands of lost jobs, billions in lost investments, and a shaken faith in corporate America. The Enron scandal served as a wake-up call, leading to significant changes in corporate governance and financial regulations. The fallout from the Enron debacle was monumental, and its tremors were felt far beyond the company's Houston headquarters. In response to the scandal, the United States Congress passed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. This act was a game-changer. It brought about sweeping changes to financial regulation, with stringent rules on audit independence and corporate governance. One of the most profound impacts of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act was on corporate accountability. The act established a new framework for corporate governance, making it mandatory for senior executives to take individual responsibility for the accuracy and completeness of corporate financial reports. It also made it illegal for companies to retaliate against whistleblowers, thus encouraging more people to come forward with information about corporate misconduct. But the lessons from the Enron scandal extend beyond legislation and regulation. If we dig deeper, we find that at the heart of the scandal was a profound failure of ethical leadership. The Enron executives, blinded by their ambition and greed, lost sight of their responsibility to their employees, shareholders, and the public. This brings us to the second lesson from the Enron scandal: the importance of financial transparency. Enron's convoluted accounting practices were designed to keep their massive debts off the balance sheets. This lack of transparency not only fooled the investors, but also the employees who were left with nothing when the company went bankrupt. It's crucial for companies to maintain financial transparency, not just to comply with the law, but also to build trust with their stakeholders. It's the foundation upon which ethical businesses are built. And as we've seen from the Enron scandal, when that foundation is eroded, the entire edifice can come crashing down. Enron's story serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of corporate greed and lack of transparency, a lesson that remains relevant to this day.